This is me leaning back. Leaning way back. Hi, everyone. How's everybody doing today? So I'm on. I wanted to show everybody something. First off, when was the last time you saw one of these? See, this one actually has a cable. This isn't the new retro controller for the Switch, but you know, I found mine. It's been a while. But I actually went and found this. I wanted to share this with everyone. I've got a picture up on Instagram right now that has my Pro controller next to my dog, or my NES controller next to the SNK Classic. That's the game we're playing today. Specifically one of the games on this cartridge, Crystalis. But I found my original NES Crystalis, and I wanted to share with everyone. I love this game. This game's great. My friend gave this to me. I explained that on one of the other streams. My friend gave that to me. He had extras. And, yeah, I've had it for a while, and I love it. But I don't have to blow in this cartridge to make it work anymore. I can just turn on my Switch, and bam. There it goes. Just works. This one you have to kind of fight with a little bit. It's kind of fickle. The other thing I found while I was looking, I own 3 NES games. So I own Crystalis, which you see there. I own an original copy of the first Dragon Warrior. I gave my friend 2, 3, and 4 for his wedding like 10, 15 years ago. So at one point I had him, but he's my friend. It's the games we grew up playing together. So I found that, and then I found this. Y'all ready? This was the first game I ever got. No joke. This is the actual first cartridge. Back in like 1988, I was given this cartridge. Pac-Man. Original NES Pac-Man. This is the first game I ever received. My sister and I opened this first and started freaking out because we didn't have a Nintendo. So we got this cartridge for Christmas, and then there was a big box sitting next to it. When we opened that big box, it was the machine that played this. So we were losing our minds. Super Mario Brothers Duck Hunt combo. This game, that was our original setup. Rented lots of games after that. Next Christmas, I believe we got Tetris. And I believe the Christmas after that, we got Dr. Mario. My mom got us puzzle games because she liked them. So, she'd play the games that she liked, and that's totally fine. We were mean when we played Tetris against each other. It's just how that went. But yeah, that was the first game I ever received. I found all my NES cartridges, so I was like, hey, let's share. But yeah, the comment that I was making about it is that the more things change, the more things stay the same. I mean, they just released this 40th anniversary collection, and it's the Akari Warriors 1, 2, and 3, just like I remember them on the old system. Is it Alpha Protocol? It's either Alpha Mission or Alpha Protocol. I can't remember. Crystalis, more importantly. Crystalis is a fantastic game. One of my all-time favorites. So, last night, did a little overview of what's all in the SNK collection, how the collection works, some of the cool features about it. Then started playing Crystalis Part 1. Did just the first intro area with the windmill. And we're moving on from there today into the bulk of the game. As much as I love Crystalis, I don't remember a lot of it. I really don't. So I'm going to burn through it. I've got a walkthrough up to help me. I'm full disclosure. And I'm going to burn through that today and see how far I can get through that. But yeah, FreakinSnowy54 requested some Crystalis. I've been talking that game up for years. Like every time we go someplace, we'll go look at retro games. He came with me to Vegas. I've told this story a couple times, but he went with me to Vegas. We met with one of my friends there. My friend was pulling out his old games and such and showing him all the old cartridges. We went to a couple game stores looking for some things. And when I went back home to visit last, was it in April? I think we went in April or May. And yeah, I mean, we talked this game up constantly. So he sent this over to me. He ordered it and sent it to me, and wanted me to play Crystalis. He wanted to see the great glory that was Crystalis. So, not a problem.
Excellent!
Have will travel, and the rest of the month's all viewer request anyway. So if you type in !request, which I'm going to do right now, here we go. Requested games so far on that list: Legend of Zelda: Link to the Past, which I did the other night, Castlevania Bloodlines, Crystalis, Legend of the Mystical Ninja, Chrono Trigger, Super Mario World. We'll see what we can do about Chrono Trigger and Legend of the Mystical Ninja, but I think the other games will be pretty doable. So if nothing else, I'll turn on Mario World, get to the Star World, get to the back or the front door, and just beat the game real fast. And everyone will go, "That's cheating," and I'll be like, "Yes, but it's quick." But it's quick. No? Okay. But for right now, we want to get right into it. I do want to show off one thing before we get started. Here we are on the dashboard of the Wii. I'm sorry, I say Wii. Everything for me is Wii. It's been Wii for so long that I forget to say Switch. On the dashboard of the Switch. This Pirates All Aboard game, apparently it's a multiplayer game where you drive a boat and shoot other people's boats out of the water. It's 99 cents on sale right now. I had enough gold coins set up that I got it for free, essentially. Can't go wrong with that. So there you go. That was 99 cents on sale. And this game right here, Bouncy Bob, I tried it out for a little bit. It's kind of like World of Goo and a platformer. It's not too bad, but it's a penny. It cost me 1 gold coin to get that one set up. So that was the thing. There you go. Did a little grinding in Diablo last night after getting off. You can see that there. But we're going to jump right into the SNK collection. Play some Crystalis. Like I said, got to walk through up because I don't remember all of this game. And we will work on it from there. The SNK 40th Anniversary Collection. This is such a cool thing. I love it. Crystalis is amazing. The Akari Warriors, which turns out I'm really bad at, by the way. I'm going to continue right where I left off. Back in town, isn't that nice? Alright, so you see that graphical corruption that's happening right above the menu? That line there? So on my system, on my NES system, I get that graphical corruption, and then it starts to spread all over the screen, and then the game just freaks out. Like, my cartridge has to be, like, coaxed to be played on a regular basis, so it's a thing. Alright, last night we talked to all the people here, and we got all of the armor that you can get, and I'm going to keep on pushing the wrong button. Medical herbs. And antidote herbs. So we can get out of here now. So I've got a couple of healing things. Got a couple of spells, couple of skills. 1, 2. I can do a wind bubble now. And I've opened up the windmill. Did that last night on the intro stream. I did not go all the way through the cave, though, to fight the boss. So that's going to happen right now. We'll be in the next area, where hopefully I can level up. At 24 out of 300 on a level, so that's going to take a minute. Leveling up out here is not really going to be in my best interest right now. It's the wrong way. It happens way too slow. Let's see how much these guys give me. These guys only give me 2 experience, these slugs. Gotta Gotta get through this first part of the cave. In case you didn't see the first part, that second charge that I get there allows me to break through walls that I couldn't break through before. There's actually one back at the beginning that I want to see if I can actually open. I don't remember if I can, so let's go back. I like that the second bubble charges up quickly. Also, Papa Jr. last night was talking about it, but the music in this game is phenomenal. It really is. It's so good. I am somewhat sad. Somewhere inside of me there is a place that is disappointed that SNK never really did another game like this. Use your power to open the way. Okay, trying to use my power to open the way, but apparently I can't do it. Alright, well, I can't open that one yet, so we'll have to come back at some point. And with the warp boots, I can warp to any city that I've been to, so it'll be a quick travel back. Yeah, these guys are only giving me 1 point of experience, so it'd be a long uphill climb out here of killing stuff to level up. But I just absolutely love the overlay of this game. I can see my experience bar down there. I'm 66 out of 300. You know? I don't have to guess, or hope, or open my menu constantly to see. I can see my money, I can see my magic power, I can see all of the things relevant I need right away. Unlike, you know, most other games. The one that springs to mind specifically is Castlevania 2. I would kill something and then I'd have to specifically go check how many hearts I had. Like, there's just not an indicator. Or if there is, I never pay attention to it. It's not in a very good place. Zelda tracks your hearts at the top, so you get your life. You got the meter on the side for magic. I mean, I guess it's got some of that stuff, but it presents it in a very different way. This one's just very straightforward. And in the original Legend of Zelda, it's basically just hearts and rupees. Everything else seems to kind of be missing. Whoa, that guy sucks. And I was knocking the inventory system in Link to the Past when I was playing it the other day, because towards the end of that game, you're basically, like, every room you go into, you have to change your inventory, your weapon, in some way, shape, or form. And, that was getting tedious, but even in this game, the inventory system's still kind of built the same way. You don't really have much of an option. Alright, here we go. First, I want to save this right here, because save states are great. This is a boss. Okay, I need to use some life. Got it. Last time I did this, I was not well prepared for that. Erica! Erican! I now have the rabbit boots. What do rabbit boots do for me? I can't save anything yet. Erican is hanging out. And I'm breaking walls with my powered up super sword. And now we're out of that cave into a whole new world. Where big enemies will throw axes at me. Watch out for those axes. They will mess you up bad. You off work and not feeling very well? That's not good. I'm not gonna tell you I'm in a different boat. I haven't been feeling hot in a while. I've been feeling maybe a hot mess. Maybe that's a better description of it. There we go. That's actually a lot of experience. It's almost 5 experience per kill, so I should gain at least 1 level out here. Not a couple. Ooh, we gotta watch out for the axes. Okay, I'm out of magic now. Oh, almost got tagged by that guy. Yeah, I decided to start a little earlier today, Erican, because I just wanted to play this game. Snowy bought this one for me and sent it over, so viewer request being fulfilled, as usual. That's what we're doing for the rest of the year. Viewer requests. I think the next viewer request I'm going to tackle is going to be one from Shadow Man, actually. Look, we found a house. My magic power is too low. That sucks. What does this guy want? A busy town, Brynamare, is located south of the sealed cave. You should visit there. I'll have to work on that. And more importantly, I need to work on turning this off because I can't really use it right now. The buttons are all weird where they're at on the control, so I struggle. Life is replenished. He has a list around here somewhere for you. He told me about it. Awesome. The only thing I have on the list from him, because most of them came from FreakinSnowy the other day, was Castlevania Bloodlines. So I hope he actually does have a list, because there's going to be some good stuff. You ask what system this is on. I will show again. My original cartridge for it. Here, I'll flip it over so you can actually see it. The game is called Crystalis. It's an original Nintendo game. And it's a wonderful Nintendo game. However, I'm not using this cartridge to play it. What I'm actually using is this wonderful Switch game that got released the other day, the SNK 40th Anniversary Collection. This game has Crystalis on it. It also has Akari Warriors 1, 2, and 3 on it. And a couple of other things. This is all the SNK games that people don't know. Most people hear SNK and they think of King of Fighters, they think of Fatal Fury, they think of Samurai Showdown, and they think of Metal Slug. This collection has all the games that aren't those. Basically their first 15 years of existence, from like 1978 or 79 until 1990. So, you know, a decade's worth of their games, which is awesome. And this is one of the games I grew up with, and I love this game. I absolutely love this game. There was a time I thought this game was better than Zelda. And it's not that I don't think that it's not better than Zelda. It's not that I've changed my mind on that position. It's just that Zelda's got a lot more games, so I have a lot more chance to play Zelda than I do Crystalis. I get this one shot at it, because SNK never made another game like it. So I'm at 184 right now. I kill him and I go to 189. So that is 5 points of experience per kill. I like that a lot. And the money's not bad either. Yeah, it's on the Switch. I get to take this everywhere I go. believe the way that I phrased it, I put up a picture on Instagram that has all the original version of it and the new version of it side by side. It says the more things change, the more things stay the same. And that's really what it feels like. Ah, that's a lot of damage. I mean, if you told me when I was 8 years old that I'd be on the internet, first off, I wouldn't have believed you. Second off, I'd have, if you had told me I'd be on the internet playing, you know, the games I was playing back then because of, you know, how good they are and them having been released like that, I probably wouldn't believe you there either. I'm Akahana. There you go, Akahana. I used to have an unusual statue, but I dropped it near the river. It was a great find and will be difficult to replace. Have you seen it? I have not seen it yet. I need to go to the inn. Like, I desperately need to go to the inn. Seriously, 14-year-old me playing Sonic the Hedgehog would think I'd been playing something totally different now than, you know. And I don't mean Sonic 2. Let's see if we can get any better armor in here. I wish to buy leather armor. That's better than what I have. And bronze shields. That's definitely better than what I have. So let's do some farming so we can upgrade. How's that sound? I need some levels. I need to find this guy's statue. Apparently it's in a van down by the river. That's what he said, right? That's what I heard. This game. Ah! I'm trying my best to avoid those axes, and my reflexes are just not what they were as a child. Nice thing is I do have, because I went to the inn, I've got the recover magic, which I'm gonna need to use here any second now. Because I keep getting hit. Coming up on that level. Also coming up on that shield money. Ah, axes! Bad guys everywhere. There you go, 2 at once. 208. Gotta get to 220 for the shield, 140 for the armor. This is a game I'm definitely gonna make the boy play. I'm hardcore. I'm surprised I'm not dead. How am I not dead? Seems I should have died right there, and I didn't. I lucked out, everyone! Yeah, that's gonna be the next list that we make. And I do think I found another donation drive that we can have. There is this Humble Bundle now that's happening that I kind of want. Because I really want to see how good or bad Sonic Forces is. Can I just say that out loud? It's not a very popular opinion. Humble Bundle is the best way to get PC games for people. Excellent, leveled up.
Excellent!
Level 5. So what they do is they put together a bundle. And you can choose where the money goes to. They always have a charity attached to the bundle. And a portion of it will always go to the charity, no matter what you do. Well, actually, that's not true. You can change the slider bars if you really want to, but it always goes to some charity, okay? And you can give part of it to the developers of the game. You can give part of it to the charity. You can give part of it to Humble Bundle. You can split it evenly between the three so everyone can, stay open and make money and do business. That's great. But they put the most, insane things together as bundles. Seriously, it's $15 for the bundle right now, and you get, 9 games. In fact, I'll actually bring this up, because this is worth seeing. And it's all based on what you want to pay. They have thresholds that you need to meet. I'm going to bring this up. I'm going to see if I can't get this window up here so you can see it. There is a Sonic the Hedgehog bundle right now. Okay? If you pay $1... Let me see if I can get this up here. Give me a second. I said I was going to try and get it up here, and then I was like, Image, slideshow, display capture, window capture. Let's see if I can get this window capture up here. Here it is. Done. I found it. Here's the website. Okay? So, on this website right now, I don't know. We'll put it right in the middle so you can see. I'll make it full size. Who cares? There you go. You pay $1, and you get all 6 of those games. So, Sonic the Hedgehog 4, Episode 1, Sonic Adventure DX, Sonic CD, Sonic and Sega All-Stars Racing, Sonic Adventure 2, and Sonic Adventure 2 Battle DLC. Okay? If you pay more than the average that's been done, you get these 6 things, or I'm sorry, these 4 things additional. Sonic the Lost World, which is a whole game. Sonic All-Star Racing Transform, Sonic Generations, and the Casino Night DLC. And you get Episode 2 of Sonic the Hedgehog 4. If you pay $15 or more, you get Sonic Mania, which is the brand new Sonic game, which is actually really, really good. I really like Sonic Mania. I have it on my Switch. It's a fantastic game. But you also get Sonic Forces. Sonic Forces is the newest actual original Sonic game, and I really want to try it because I've heard mixed things about it. It's either the most garbage video game ever or it's fantastic, and I don't know which. And you can see right there, it says mixed reviews on the rating right there. So it's either good or it's not. You can see the logo there for Steam under each of the games. They all activate on Steam on your PC. And $15 gets you all of these games. They have another subscription that I used to do. I actually stopped doing it. But they do this monthly subscription, right? It's $12 a month. $12 a month right now would get you Just Cause 3, Wizard of Legend, and Project Cars 2. Project Cars 2 by itself is $20, at least, if not more. Just Cause 3 XXL Edition is roughly between $20 and $30 as well. But you get all 3 of these games for $12, and they're going to unlock more games down here, and they're randomly. Yeah, they're all on PC. That's how I got 1,200 games on Steam, honestly, is by buying Humble Bundles and doing the monthly. Sometimes they do PlayStation 4 games. Sometimes. Not all the time. But occasionally they will. But if you look down here, last month, you got 9 games. The Mega Man Legacy Collection was in it. Now, the hard sell about the monthly is that you don't know what the games are. You subscribe to it under the wish that it's going to be cool. But they've never had a bundle that has sucked. They really haven't. There's always at least 2 games in there that are worth more than $12 that you get on that. It's really good. So you can see right here, you got the Mega Man Legacy Collection. That's $20 by itself. You got City Skylines and the first expansion. Those are still $25. And it had more games. This is the first 6 games. That Metal Gear Solid 5, the definitive experience, that's great. The last one that I bought, I believe, was the one that had Overwatch in it. Or no, it was this one that had Little Nightmares in it. Sniper Elite, Tales of Berseria, Little Nightmares, Darksiders 2. I mean, that's a great bundle. Just those 4 games right there are fantastic. This one's great. A Hat in Time was so awesome. I was so glad I got that in that bundle. Back here, where's the one? This one had ukulele in it. I'm considering buying ukulele again on the Switch for 30 bucks. And it's here, and I got it for 12 on PC. I was like, geez. And look at the top. You can see him. It says $195 value, $202 value. I have a free copy of Destiny 2. They gave it away to everybody in the long run. But, you know, Dead Rising 4, I got just as being a member. Dead Rising 4 is still like 40 to 60 bucks depending on where you get it. And it was 12 bucks as part of my bundle. I was like, sweet, Kerbal Space Program. I already owned it, so I had an extra copy of that. I actually gave that away as a prize one day on stream. But yeah, I mean, these bundles are they're nuts. They're totally insane. The other thing that cracks me up to no end is that you would think that I would be getting duplicates all the time. I have 1,200 games on my Steam, right? So you would think that I would be getting 1,200 games. I'd be getting duplicates all the time, and I'm really not. Which means they're doing a pretty good job. Just thought I'd share that, though. But yeah, that's the best way to buy PC games. It really is. But we'll get back over here. Gotta do some more grinding. Like, the deals on their nuts. So I was thinking about it, and I kind of want to play Sonic Forces. Like, I want to see how bad that game really is. There's a special place in my heart for Sonic the Hedgehog, and Sega has decided to jump up and down on that special place in my heart on a very regular basis. They're like, I heard you like Sonic, yo. And I'm like, yeah, I like Sonic. And they're like, well, fuck you, and we're gonna screw Sonic up. And I'm like, thanks, guys. Really appreciate that. Hey, guys, we're gonna go against the one thing that makes Sonic Sonic. Really? What's that? We're gonna not make him fast. Okay, fuck you, Sega. Yeah, that's how mine and Sega's relationship is these days. We don't get along sometimes. I want to get along with Sega. I want everyone to know that. It's not because I don't want to get along with Sega. And Sonic Mania was a good step towards us getting along again. I appreciate that that olive branch from Sega. It was good, but Sonic has been so bad for so many years. I want to see how bad Forces is. The only downside to it is that it's on PC, and I don't think I want to play it on PC. I think I want to get it on the Switch. And I don't even know if I'm actually going to play it. It's just one of those professional curiosity things where I'm like, is this game bad? Is this the worst video game you've ever seen? Maybe. I mean, it's not Crystalis. Yeah, Mania is great. They took all of my favorite levels and things and they kind of remixed them into something new and made them run fast, and Mania is fantastic. Whatever people have to do to get a copy of Mania, they should do it. Because I think I bought it for like 20 bucks the day it came out. I got it for less than that actually, because I had a gift card through Amazon. And I sat down and I played it solid for 2 days, and I loved all of the 2 days I played it. I had a good time. Which is great, because I haven't been able to say that about a Sonic game in a long time. So that's my take on that. It was suggested to me a long time ago that I actually should just do streams for the Humble games. Like, as the Humble games get released, you know, show each game and do a month's worth of Humble, and then when the next one comes out, do a month's worth of those Humble, and then just keep going from there. But there's so many other games I would rather... I want to play. I don't want to say rather play, because there's some really good games out there too. The other nice thing that the Humble Bundle gets me is because sometimes they are duplicates of games I already own. I get CD keys and prizes to give away on stream. I've given away actually a bunch of games on stream for that. Well, I did at the beginning anyway. And that was back when it was just mostly like... It was like your people that would show up. And you're like, oh, look, it's my people. I could have just driven to your house and given you this game, but, you know, you're here watching, so I'll give it to you here. Yeah, that sort of thing. It always made me laugh. So I can't kill those mushrooms. But I can kill these guys. They take a lot to kill, but they give a lot of experience. So I'm at 199. Let's see how much they actually give. 199 to 205. That's 6 experience per kill. That's actually the highest I've seen so far. I feel like I need to stay over here, grind out some levels. Trisket, you cannot climb this yet. You don't have enough power to make it. Oh. It's nice that the invisible voices just, you know, tell you shit, huh? Who was that was talking to me? I don't know. Like a random voice in the sky, number 1. I do have enough money to go back and get all of the gear I wanted, so I should go do that. Yep, still can't kill these mushrooms. Can kill those guys. 1. These only take 2 shots now instead of 3, so I am getting stronger. It's a good sign. Ow. Gotta stay away from those mushrooms. Can't remember if it's the fire sword I need or what I need to make those things go away. What did that say? Did I get something? I think I got something. I did, I got the statue. Look, I found it. That guy said there was a statue down by the river. I went down by the river, I found his statue. Isn't that nice? Let's go give this guy back his statue, see what happens. I'm Aghana. I used to have an unusual statue, but I dropped it. Have you seen it? Yes, I have. Let me give that to you now, sir. He's handed a statue. Hey, this is my statue. Thank you for finding it. If you need to go to the forest, use this gas mask to avoid the poison. You now have gas mask. Isn't that nice? Maybe now I have the power to go up to that area I couldn't go to before. First, let's go to the inn. As responsible adventurers, we go to the inn. Now let's go upgrade our gear. Yes, I wish to shop. Bronze shield. I have $36 now. Got some defense up here. That's not so bad. I'm gonna put on the gas mask, and I'm gonna save the game, because, you know, saving the game is an important thing. I can also save it, again, as a save state, right here. Somehow I've managed to survive this far. It's kind of exciting. Normally I would have died at least once by now. I've gotten kind of frustrated. I don't know why I've been so frustrated at games recently, but I've been having a hard go of it. But I do love this game. I'm gonna keep saying that throughout the whole time that I'm playing it, because it's true. And I kind of forgot how much I do love this game. You know how it is. Things fade over time, like you don't remember certain things, and all of a sudden you're reminded of something and you're like, oh my god, this was phenomenal. So, I mean, let's all give a big thank you to SNK for re-releasing this. Putting out that collection, getting it done. When I found out that this collection was coming out, I very specifically told everyone I knew at the time. I was working over at my old job. I said, look, I don't care. They were like, it's gonna be like 40 bucks. And I'm like, I don't care how much it is. It has Crystalis in it. If it was $100, it would be worth buying. Apparently, you can put a price on my childhood. That's the moral of that story. Wow, there's a lot of slimes all in one place. Oh, look at that slowdown, too. It's so accurate. It's so perfect. Now, I will say this, Erican. I am excited that you have the day off, even if you are ill, because it's like a week before Christmas, and now's a good time to charge up before, you know, whatever insanity is about to come over the next 2 weeks. You cannot climb this yet, you don't have enough power to make it. Okay. I don't have enough power to make it. Gotta go find this forest thing they're talking about. Oh, I remember. It always started with Black Friday. Then you gotta do the push to actual Christmas. Christmas Eve is always a bitch from last minute people who are panicked and losing their shit. And then, then you have the day after Christmas where everyone comes in and tells you that obviously whatever it is that you did to them, you know, you ruined Christmas. Because you did that to them. And then it kind of has like 2 or 3 days of hardcore returns, then it kind of tapers back off before New Year's. And then things kind of return to normal. But it's those first 2 days. It's the December 24th and then December 26th. If you can survive those working in a retail shop, then you can do anything. I'm pretty sure at that point you could put someone on Mars if you needed to. People want to talk about willpower and discipline or whatever, you know. They don't know. What's in here? You wish to buy. Yes, I wish to buy. Medical herbs antidotes. I should probably get another medical herb. I had a lady who purchased a sofa the other day before Thanksgiving and decided she didn't want it anymore. Let me guess, she used it too, right? She unpacked it all. She did all the things that she wasn't supposed to do. I don't have enough money to stay here. Yeah, it was clearly used, but 30 days. There hasn't been a return. Yeah, she had new furniture for Thanksgiving. There hasn't been a return policy invented that the average human being won't try and take advantage of any way that they can. I don't do it anymore, but I used to. So I can't say I'm any less guilty. There was a time that GameStop used to let you return anything. You could buy a brand new game, open it up, like take the wrapper off of it, and then if you didn't like it, within 7 days you could take it back. So you could just buy a game, play it, beat it, turn it back in. Buy a game, play it, beat it, turn it back in. Like, that was the craziest time for return policy shit in my life. Alright, where are we at here? Yeah, that's why they stopped doing it. Alright, so now that I've gotten that statue, we gotta go do the Trial of Strength. That's another thing I actually don't like about this game. The one thing I don't like about this game is that when you walk into something, like if you're talking to someone, all you have to do is get close to them, and if you're walking that way, the directional arrow will make you talk to them. So you're constantly running into and talking to people that you had no intention of talking to. That time just now where I talked to that guy like 2 or 3 times in a row, that is an example of that. Alright, so the forest that the guy was talking about that the gas mask will work with is down here, apparently. Cross the bridge and keep going south. Once you clear the water, head east again, and you should see an entrance. I was partying over here and I didn't see one, so I may have just missed it. That sounds like the sort of thing I would do, so. On the east side, there should be an entrance to something over here on the east. Here it is. I missed it. I totally missed it. In here, this would have poisoned me had I not had the mask. So, we're gonna find enemies in here, right? That guy's crazy. Oh, dude, what the hell is that? Oh, good, I can't kill that thing. Oh, good. Get off me. Okay, that's a dead end. It seems this thing only likes to come after me. What's up here? The edge of eternity right there. Look at that. If there's something that's supposed to load up there that didn't, I'm gonna be a little upset. Here we go. I found a town. Go in peace. I will go in peace. Go in peace. I will once again go in peace. Go in peace. Okay, I will go in peace. Alright, they all want me to go in peace. How do we feel about that? Go in peace. Okay. Oh, that's what I meant. There are actually 2 things I don't like about this game. So I found this village, right? By finding this village, I've now triggered something to change back where I was before. So you have no indication that something has changed And now you'd be looking to go forward, and you're like, okay, well, I'm just going to keep progressing through whatever it is that I'm doing. But the truth is that you would have no idea where that is or what to do because something behind you has changed. Okay, let's get out of here. And so you're constantly backtracking and looking for things that you don't know have changed. You're like, oh, I already went to this place, so obviously I don't need to go there again, and that's not true. And that does bother me a little bit about this game. I say a little bit because, you know, you do need to adventure. That's the whole point, right? Which, to be honest, in a way, that's actually really cool. Because having dynamic triggers that change the game, you know, at a base level, that's pretty good for an 8-bit Nintendo game. Dynamic triggers. So there was a guy who I went up here and talked to at a house, and he told me some things. But apparently now that I've found that village, if I go back up here and talk to him, he's gonna fight me. And that's what I mean by dynamic changes, that you have no concept. You'd be like, oh, I should be going forward. Okay, why am I not finding what I need to find? Like that statue I found down by the river. Like, if you never found that statue, then everything else would stay closed off until you found that statue. And that's a rough way for a game. Not a lot of indication on where to go. Even if you talk to the people, they're gonna be like, what? So I go into this guy's house. I am Tornell. If you are truly a legendary soldier, you should be able to defeat Stom easily. Just force your opponent against the back wall. Okay. So this is the thing. Okay. That's not good. I don't know why he's... Whatever. I don't have a turbo button, so I actually have to actually mash this button apparently. I mashed the button. Now it will teach you the magic of telepathy. This allows you to communicate with animals. It also allows you to speak with us wise men when you have problems, even if you're not near. I will now go to the training palace. If you find the tornado bracelet, Trisket, bring it to me. You now have telepathy. There you go. Power up. I'll be waiting. Cool, man. That's nice of him, right? So telepathy means that I can go talk to all those animals that were like, go in peace. But I'm gonna go back and save. I'm gonna hit the I'm gonna hit the gym. I'm gonna delete Facebook. That's not what I meant. I'm gonna hit the inn, and then I'm gonna save the game. And then I'm gonna save it here. Alright. The other nice nice thing that I like about this, this isn't, you know, a very, very good recreation of a game that I love, right? Because it is still ultimately a recreation. Even if you emulate something, it's still a little different, or, you know, it's as close as they can get it or whatever. But they didn't actually change anything for this game, which I'm very happy about. One of the things, that other game that I had the 8-bit Nintendo cartridge out, was Dragon Warrior 1, right? I love Dragon Warrior 1. The game is just good. It's just great. It really is. Well, they redid it for the iPhone. And I have it. It's actually one of the few phone games I'll play. One of the very few phone games I'll play. That and Pokemon Go, that's about it. And in that game, they made the remake of it. It looks better, which is nice. It's got better enhanced graphics, and that's cool. But they made it significantly easier. And when I say significantly easier, I mean that. What it takes to gain experience in that game is about half what it was in the original game. So the grinding part and the length of that game, which was artificially inflated for reasons. You know, I understand why it was the way it was on the original system, but that setup was... Yeah, this is the village of Oak. We don't like humans here. See, look, now they'll talk to me because of telepathy. But it's not the way that it once was. That's what I was trying to get at. I haven't seen my boy since he went into the forest. Have you seen him? I have not seen him. We'll have to go find him. But that's kind of the point. Like, they changed it in a way that made it different. And these remakes are doing things like that on a regular basis. Whereas this game, exact replica. You know, it's a port. It's still the classic game that you know and love. It's good. And I prefer ports over remakes in most cases. I really do. The air in my house smells like humans. Get out. Okay. Apparently he doesn't like me very much. He likes me even less. The village elder will not talk to humans. Well, what if I go find that kid that they were talking about a second ago? Then will you talk to me? My guess is yes. So let's go back out here. We gotta find a tornado bracelet. We gotta get a fire orb. That's gonna be a thing. Now the wing thing is gonna attack me. I never really went down. There he is! Wow, I'm afraid I want to go home. Can you please take me home? Yes, let's go home. Let's run away from the bug. I found him. He wouldn't have come with me if I didn't have teleport. Or telepathy, not teleport. He's home. The insect flute is a powerful item, but it's dangerous because of the poisonous insects it calls. Well, I'll have to remember that. I am forever indebted to you. Please take this as a reward. You now have the insect flute. Isn't that nifty? They say it, and then it happens. We shun most humans, but I think you are different than most. I am different than most. Let's look at the items. Fruit of Power. Apparently Siri thinks I'm talking to her. Now I got Siri thinking I'm talking to her. I got Google think I'm talking to it. I have too many of those already. I have too many already. I have too many already. Apparently I have too many of all the things. I saved the kid. I used telepathy. Oh look, I can talk to these people. I don't want to talk to them. You saved the child? I thank you. I now ask a favor of you. Oh, look who's all Mr. Look who's Mr. Chatty now. There's a monster in the poison swamp. Many of our dwarves were eaten by this creature. The monster cannot attack the village because of an object we possess, but we cannot use. I leave this object in your care to save the village. You now have Sword of Fire. Let's do it. Does that give me 3? Sword of Fire. I'm now using. We just have Google here, and it's great. The things Shadow asks Google. That's funny. Yeah, I showed Google Home to my daughter yesterday, and she's been walking. Well, she was sitting down there like asking for it to do things. I was like, "What kind of song would you like to listen to?" And then I started asking it for songs, and she got all embarrassed, like she was talking to a real person. Oh, I can kill that thing now. I bet if I go back up to where that whole black emptiness was, that there's gonna be a boss fight up there. Of whatever monster he was talking about, right? Or not. Man, maybe I'll actually hit this guy one of these days. Okay. This guy's just annoying. Got him. So... Yep, that's what it is. When I call the insect flute, I summon boss fight. That's bad. Got him! Leveled up. Your skill just increased. There's your boss fight. You now have Ball of Fire. Whoa. Whoa. And now I have two fireballs. And it shoots a pillar of fire out of my sword. How cool is that? And you were thinking that this game was just going to be like all the other games. No, I get a pillar of fire. Alright. Now that I have a pillar of fire. Alright, so... he's all excited because, you know, I beat the thing. So let's see what the Elder has to say about that. You destroyed the monster. Good. We can now live without fear. Trisket, you are the one who saved us. Our precious objects belong to you. With this, we express appreciation. Please keep it with you. We will tell all of your feat. You will forever be a hero amongst the dwarves. Again, many thanks. What did I get? Did I get anything? I guess I get to keep the sword. Okay. Alright, so now we gotta go to a new area. So we've saved these people. Everyone has been saved. Alright, I just want to tell everyone that this sword is my new favorite thing in this game. Or more specifically, this sword with the ball of fire. Charges up pretty fast too. I like that. Alright, let's go find some mushrooms. Out of 1,200. That's a lot of experience to gain. See, I can kill mushrooms now. The end's much cheaper here. Now, south of here should be a very bad, rough area. There's mountains down here that are a pain in the ass. 136 to 144, these mushrooms are giving out 8 experience points. I'm just happy I can actually kill these things. .204 to 216. These are going to be my best bet to level up for a bit. Caves. Okay, you can't kill anything in there, that's not good. I wonder if the other sword will. Yep, the other sword does it. So that'll be an interesting dynamic. I'm gonna have to switch back and forth between them. 272 to 280. These are only giving me 8 points. The guys outside were actually giving me more. However, oh, look at that. Fire sword, ball of fire. And we open up doors. Okay, can't kill them with this. What is this? You have too many items. Well, it's a good thing I can use an item then. Life is replenished. You now have warp boots. I already have warp boots. Okay, can't hit them with that. Wrong button. I wish there was like a one-touch way I could switch these swords. However, the original system didn't have enough buttons for that. We'll leave this window up. I have a few things to do around the house. We'll be lurking for a bit. Awesome. Do the thing! Alright, we're out of this cave. Nope. I have too many items again. $422 to $432. These guys are worth 10 experience a pop. That's nice. So all of these guys require this sword. That's somewhat annoying. Okay. Out of the cave, whole new area. Or is this the same place? This is the same place I was, isn't it? No, it's not. New cave. New cave. Hey, look, there's the guy I need to find. Alright, so we can't get there yet. I really like this fire sword. Pushes everything away from me like that. That's fun. Okay, can't hit them with that. See, this pushes them away, but it doesn't do it in a very consistent way. Alright, so I somehow have survived. This cave is starting to give me anxiety. Alright, we're outside. Here he is. You found me, but you have to find the tornado bracelet before I teach you more magic. You have too many items. I always have too many items, apparently. You now have magic ring. Magic ring is nice. Alright. So, Mount Saber. This is where I need to be, but I gotta get the tornado bracelet first, and apparently I missed that. So, let's... We're gonna warp back. We are gonna hit the inn. And then I'm going to take a break for a minute. How's that sound? About an hour 20 into whatever's going on. Right here. We're going to pick this back up. We're going to get into the place. We're going to go find that bracelet. We're going to go talk to that guy, and then we're going to get more magic and continue working on some things. So, break time starts now. We'll go for about 10 minutes, and then I will be back. Hey everyone, I'm back. Break's over. Time to get up this mountain. Time to get some stuff done. So, saved all the animals in the animal village. Now have the fire sword. That's the wind sword. We don't want that right now. So during the break, I did go and check something. And I think I won. I'm sitting here and I'm looking at my Nintendo controllers, right? I took a picture earlier with my NES cartridge of Crystalis, and I'm looking at this NES controller. It's still just sitting here, and I'm thinking, man, you know how nice it would be to not have to push the select button off the wrong button? How cool it would be to have some of these other things working. You know? And they're selling the NES controllers, like the retro ones. It's a pair of two. It's $60. I think I want them. I said originally I didn't because I've got enough of these damn controllers. But now that I'm looking at them, and I'm playing this specifically, I'm playing this retro game, like, I wonder how well it works with those controllers, because this does use different buttons. So I don't know if it'll actually work with this properly. But even if there's a slight chance, it feels like it's worth getting. Retro Switch controllers? No, you went way bigger than that. I was dead set against it, and now that I'm playing this game specifically, I'm like, maybe I shouldn't. Maybe I should just get them. I just... I mean, I can't right now either way. Like, that can't happen right now. But if there's a way to make it happen, I feel like I should try and make it happen. Ooh, the music changed. That means there's good things happening in this cave. And by good things, I mean I have no idea what's happening in this cave. The wind is filled with sorrow. Return to leaf soon. Oh, check it out! This takes me back! Think of it as an investment. Yep. Look, I'm back at the original area. That cave just connected back the whole area. That's awesome. That is way awesome. Now there is something you have to do in here. Now that I have telepathy, some evil people attacked and took everyone away. That can't be good. Everyone's gone. Nobody's here. Everyone's gone. Well, that's what I'm gonna have to do next after this whole tornado bracelet thing, is deal with whatever the hell happened there. is so cool. This is how you connect back to Leaf. Think of it as an investment. Yeah. I'm just very concerned. Alright, let's see something. Here. Controls. I could map every button. I could map every button on this if I wanted to. Except for the back button. Check that out. So if I use the minus button on here, it doesn't... If that's what select is, I probably can't use that controller. I could use it for everything else except for I couldn't use the menu. Looks like I can't use it on this one. Maybe I could. I don't know. See, this is what I put myself through. I don't want anything for months, and then all of a sudden it's like, oh, I've got this one stupid thing stuck in my head, I gotta do the stupid thing! Either way, I gotta beat this, so... That's still happening. With my Pro Controller. Excellent, your level is increased. I'm up to level 7. I will take that. This is the actual right way to go, that's the problem. I mean, this will take me to where I need to be at the end, but... Go west and north once. Rabbit boots equipped. The rabbit boots let me jump. See that? So once you pass the second ice slide, second one. Oops. And now that I'm up here, what's up here? Change the sword again. Change the sword again. Change the sword again. I do like the fact that my life is going up. You haven't noticed that the meter's gone up since I gained levels? It is going up. I'm getting more life. You now have Tornado Bracelet. There it is. I have to have that in order to go talk to the other guy. So now I can go do the other thing. However, you're poisoned. Great. What else is down here? Nothing. Apparently it just goes round and round. My body returned to normal. Alright, now we can go back to that guy with the tornado bracelet and make all the things happen. I'm just gonna stick to one sword and try and skip as much as I can. I've been killing an awful lot of things in here, so... no. It's not like I think I'm behind on experience or anything, and when I get the chance to kill something, I'm going to kill it. I'm just not gonna do the menu switching between the enemies anymore. This is where you can see the guy. I'm pretty sure this was the cave you had to do it in. through here, but that doesn't mean I didn't. Ow. Come on. Get off me. This is taking me back. I'm just glad I recognized it was taking me back before I got too far. That fire comes in real handy around these things. There we go. And we're there. See that right there? That was dexterity of fingers. Trisket, I'm surprised you made it back. I'll now teach you teleport. This magic allows you to move from town to town instantly. Have a safe journey. You now have teleport. I love it when that happens. My audio just cut out right there. Teleport. We're gonna go back to Leaf. And we would normally heal up, but nobody's here. Some evil people attack and took everyone away. Alright. Oh, so this is that section I couldn't actually go to before. Now I can go there. That's really the only place I couldn't go at this point. Every time I try to walk up there before, it'd be like, "You are not strong enough!" And I'd be like, "Yeah, whatever." Now it seems I am. Alright. We're saving it there. I'm gonna save it here as well. And now we are gonna go fight the man. Currently level 7. Still got a ways to go before level 8. Here we go. go back to the swamp over there, but the area I need to go to is up north. Remember, I couldn't go up here before. Excuse me. Anytime I tried to go up here, it would be like, "You can't go here." It was the mysterious voice from the infinite beyond. Not long ago, a guy from Brennamere left to climb the mountain. I envy the youth with so much energy. I may be old now, but in my youth I could climb many mountains easily. My son, Nader, is still a wimp compared to me, haha. Nah, haha. Be careful. Welcome, my guest. I am Nader. Get rested and awake refreshed. Okay, how do I do that? Here we go. Tool shop. Yeah, I want to buy. Buy a fruit of power. I have too many of those. Now I'm gonna rest up and then I'm gonna save. Because I've come all this way. The trail is blocked off and strange people wander there. It's quite weird. Food here is great. Yeah, whatever. We're moving on. I hear someone talking. Are those worthless villagers working well? Well, they're used to the cold weather, and I haven't heard complaints. But of course, it's difficult to complain when you're not allowed. Heh heh heh. We must make them work harder. Heh heh. Long live the Dragonia Empire. I'm gonna fuck you guys up. Who are you? You cannot pass here. Attack. Okay, apparently that's not gonna get it done. Oh, I have a tornado bracelet. Look at that, level 3. Apparently, does that actually hurt them? Yes, it does. Let's go save these people. Wow, level 3 tornado sword's cool. You have too many items again. Life is replenished. You now have antidote. Yay, antidote. You're poisoned. Guess it's a good thing I got antidote then. Alright, we'll just use it. We're up to 1,300 gold, isn't that nice? maybe that tornado bracelet uses up magic. That's why I can't do it. This is where I came from. Now that I know that, I'll have to, you know, be smarter about using that. Well, that is a long way up. Okay. Let's find the people from the village up here. Let's get this done. Focus on not charging it the whole way. Also, for what it's worth, I haven't seen an item shop in a while. I haven't seen anything. Holy shit. I'm just getting some messages from someone that concern me a great deal. Wow. That's new. Never seen those guys before. I've seen their stone counterparts. Ow. Remember just a second ago I was talking about how I hadn't seen any place to actually get an armor upgrade or anything in a little while? These guys are kicking my ass. One, two, break. Who's that guy? Is this another soldier? Hey, look, the magic works. I don't know if these are just soldiers or guards or what they are, but they're kind of annoying. Not what I meant to do, but okay. Back at the 1500 again. These guys drop lots. Let's see. Yeah, let's do that. Filling my life all the way up seemed like the right thing to do before any more of those things kill me. That's the only cave I see right now. These guys hit real hard. It's real annoying. I will take a level increase. I will always take a level increase. Look, it's my people. You saved us, big deal. Thank you for saving me. You saved us, big deal. What's up here? You now have key to prison. I'm very excited that I have key to prison. The people of Dragonia are making a special metal from the minerals we dig here. I heard that part of the prison wall is connected to the top. The Elder is held prisoner at the top of the mountain, and they will kill him if we don't work. Thank you for saving me. There are village people in the next prison as well. Yeah, they said big deal when I saved them. More of these things. SNK asked me a question the other day. She said, do you find it hard to play games and talk at the same time? And I find playing this game and talking at the same time is somewhat difficult for me. I'm the great General Kelbeske. I'm one of the Dragonia's finest four. It's like the Elite Four, but before there was a Pokemon game. Wimp! You will now see the wrath of my power. Oh shit. This is not good. Ow. Oh, that was that. I finally died. Hey, look at this. It started me right here. Isn't that nice? Wow, all I gotta do is go up there and beat him. That's great. It'd be nice though if I could refill. Maybe more guards. Oh my god. Huh. Sorry, there's some other thing going on. But it no longer requires my attention. At least not for this. Oh, I gotta start all the way over with the experience. Alright. Alright, here we go. Doing much better this time. It's all about moving left to right. Maybe a little up and down. Oh boy. Ow. Okay, I gotta eat. I gotta use an herb like right now. another herb, like, right now. I got him! There you go. Don't think you've seen even a fraction of my power. Next time you'll see me, it will be your last. Cool, you're gone. General Kelbeske left the treasure chest. You now have Flame Bracelet, so that's level 3 fire. And I got this key here that I want to use. The door easily opens. This is where we're going to find the Elder. Oh, Trisket. Are the rest of the villagers okay? I really appreciate your efforts. Trisket, proceed back into the cave. It'll lead you to Portoa. I heard the queen there has strange powers. Surely she will aid you. Now please be careful. No problem, homie. That was a big explosion. How much fun was that? So now my fire sword does big explosion! Oh, Trisket, good job. I'll now teach you the magic of paralysis. Who's teaching me this? It will paralyze most monsters and cause people to fall asleep. It will be useful in the next town. You now have paralysis. Oh, we're sliding all the way down. This looks like a town. And an inn. And an inn. The inn is the most important part here. I wish to buy items, but whatever. Alright, let's see if we can find a gear shop. There's a gear shop. Let's upgrade the gear. Maybe I won't have to take as much of a beating from these things. Bronze armor, platinum armor, and a platinum shield. So I need to get $2,000 for a platinum armor. I need to get $1,500 for a platinum shield. Currently have that, so I'm gonna get that. And then we're gonna go out and farm. Let's see what's out here to fight. Okay, apparently the fire doesn't work on me. Oh. And let's equip my shield. Also, it's kind of refreshing in a way. Whoa. That I'm still using the stuff that I had at the beginning of the game. Like, my wind sword didn't become totally obsolete. I get that the switching back and forth is kind of annoying. But, you know what I mean? Like, I'm still using the items that I got at the beginning of the game. Ah! I'm getting hit by those things. Whoa! Big explosion of fire. And I have no life. I don't know how I'm alive. I literally have no life. Like, my life bar is completely gone. And I don't have enough money. Oh, this is fun. Guess it's a good thing I've got this. Okay, there's lots of money to be had by killing these things. also lots of death to be had by killing these things. So let's go heal up. The problem is if I have to spend all of my money healing up, I'm not going to get to that piece of armor that I want quickly. I don't know, I kind of feel like this is a good place to stop for right now. Is there anything you wish to sell? Can I sell these things? I don't really want to sell anything. New town, looking around. Fortune teller in the town is very good, but she's not always there. Okay. Some people went up to the waterfall, but haven't returned yet. I heard a monster lives up there. Also, a greedy man called Akahana went there and hasn't returned either. Isn't Akahana the guy who lost that statue? I think he is. A girl from the southern lake came here. I think she went to rent a boat. I heard Dragonia wants to invade this town because they are afraid of the queen's power. Well, seems to me like there's gonna be some enemies to kill out here. Get off me! Deal with that for right now. That thing is annoying! It's gone now. But he'll be back. You know he'll be back. See? There he is. Not what I meant to do, but okay. Got him. Don't got him. Gonna kill him. Gonna keep dodging the other thing. See? There you go. Now we're gonna switch over. And we're gonna kill that thing. There we go. And I have just enough to heal up over here. This is nuts. These guys are really killing me here. Maybe I should warp back to the previous area. Thinking that's what I need to do. And actually do some grinding. Check that out. I can warp straight up to where the where that inn is. Look at that! disappear. Or not. There seems to be no enemies here. We'll go here. And we'll come up from the bottom. So 961, 961 and 973, so I'm getting 12 experience, and then money-wise, 193 to 201, so about 8. The other guys are definitely better, but I am not killing them all that efficiently, so it makes it a problem. I mean, at least this way I'm going up money. The way I was doing it before, I was losing more money having to go to the inn constantly than I was actually, you know, farming things. I don't really want to go into the cave, because going into the cave means I have to switch between the fire weapons and the wind weapons. Out here, it's just all fire sword all day. So I feel like I'm gaining time and money. Whereas the other way, I'm basically just spending money. It's also nice too because this area seems pretty compact. Just enough that going through it is quick. Lots of enemies, they keep respawning the same way. I'm already at 473. See? And I can take a hit from these guys, like it doesn't hurt me like it did last time I was down here. Apparently just that one shield upgrade really made me tougher. 625. I have a feeling today's about to turn itself into a really long day. Anyone else got that, like, ominous feeling coming for him? Well, I know one of the viewers does, but, yeah. It's already been a really long day. There we go. 857, which means I'm halfway there, which means I can heal myself at the end a couple of times. So I kind of want to go back over to the other place where I get significantly more money and try my luck. If it turns out that that's kicking my ass up and down the floor, then I'll come back. Magic power is too low. How nice! I don't know. Every now and again I'll just get this bad vibe like shit's about to get real. Bad things are happening. I got a couple text messages from a viewer, a friend of mine. He found a new job. He's been very excited about that. Well, he turned in his notice at his old job, and they let him go immediately and screwed him out of a whole bunch of things and are basically treating him like, what have you done for me lately? and so, you know, he thought he'd be working until next Friday or whatever to write it out. They're like, no, get out of the building now. If you don't want to be here, we don't want you here. Get the fuck out. Because that's how bad people do things these days. There seems to be an epidemic of that kind of shit going on. That is not what I wanted to do. That's who I wanted to hurt. That guy. Yeah, like, they were like, yeah, we don't want to pay you until the new year, so get the fuck out of our building. And the guy who runs their department is, he's just like, I used to work there too, but, I mean, they're just like the most spineless, cowardly, like, it's unbelievable. And there really is, there's just like this, like, epidemic. account, I can't blame them for letting you go. I mean, if I thought that you were gonna, like, steal trade secrets or something, I could understand that, but no, there's... That's the problem, is that if you're not gonna do anything for me now, then what good are you to me, so get the fuck out. Seems to be the mentality of a great many things these days. And that's just not how you should treat somebody who's worked at your company for 2 years, you know, gotten you through some pretty tough spots. You know, he took a promotion when nobody else would. He has done right by them in every way, shape, and form. He hired like 4 employees for them, like all referrals, who all did a great job for him, including me. Right up until they let me go, of course. Yeah, it's ridiculous. It's what have you done for me lately, or get out. The other problem nowadays is that there's this whole mentality, and this is something that needs to be addressed as a whole. My boss looked at me the other day and he said, "You look like you don't want to be here." And I'm like, I don't want to be here. I mean, like, do you live and die by work? You're telling me that you wouldn't rather be somewhere else, anywhere else? Like, I get that it facilitates what you want to do, but you don't, want to be somewhere else? And there's this idea that you have to get everything from your job like a cult. These tech companies actually started this noise. And they really did. The problem with the tech culture, Google has nap pods. You know why Google has nap pods? Because they want you to eat there. They pay for your food. They give you sleep places. You don't get to work 8 hours and then go home. You have to eat and live and breathe and do everything that there is to do at that building. Like, that's your life now. That's your whole life. And that's kind of the point. They built it so that you don't get your sustenance from the things that you do on your own. You are clearly defined only by your job and how much you work. It's actually an epidemic problem in the programming world. Computer programmers are putting in 14, 15, 16-hour days, 100 hours a week. There was a joke that used to go on, I saw on the internet, made me laugh. It said, you work the first 40 hours of your week for the money. You work the second 40 hours of your week because, you're grateful and you love your job. That's a real thing that circulates at tech jobs. And now all these other places are like, oh, well, if they can do it, we can do it too. And all they're doing is hurting their employees. I mean, they really are. You'll actually find, based on a productivity standpoint, that most programmers can actually get their jobs done in a 4-hour day, and that they spend 4 hours searching Reddit, or playing on YouTube, or any number of 100,000 things. And it's because of this mentality. If you are not seen as for queen and country when it comes to your company, then you're useless to them. That's what happened to my friend today. My friend said, look, I found a better job. I'm leaving because these people have been treating him like shit for a long time, since I've been there. And, he did the right thing by them. He gave them notice and do all that stuff. And I've been telling him for years. I said, look, man, it's amazing that, you have to give them 2 weeks notice to quit a job. But they don't have to give you any notice to let you go. They can just one day be like, nope, you're gone. Like, your whole life's turned upside down, and you know why? Because we fucking said so. Like, that's a power we give them. For comfort. I mean, seriously, you're supposed to give 2 weeks at fucking McDonald's? If you're a fry cook, which I'm not saying that there's anything wrong with being a fry cook. That's not what I'm saying at all. But you're supposed to, treat them with the utmost respect. And if you've ever worked with the McDonald's before, or any kind of fast food, you're not getting a whole lot of respect in return. I mean, seriously, asking the person standing in front of a fryer, where would you rather be? At McDonald's cooking French fries, or, I mean, shit, anything else. Oh, God, I died again. Okay, I'm gonna rewind it. I forgot that you could do that in this game now. Alright. know what I mean? Like, that's a stupid question, and that's a horrible thing to ask somebody who has to make a decision about going to do some, horrible task all day, or something that's, sincerely not fulfilling by any means, right? And those are your choices. You've got something that's sincerely not fulfilling, but necessary, right? Let's all be honest about that. It's necessary. You hear these stories about, people that are pissing in bottles because Amazon, they're too afraid to take their breaks at Amazon because of the situation over there. And, like, what kind of world do we have to live in before somebody's gonna do something about it? It's just terrible. You should just be grateful that anybody's willing to employ you. I'm so tired of that mentality, too. Because you know what? I have a lot of things I can do. I have skills, I have abilities, I can make your business better. If you believe that, then, bring me on. I'm fine with that. If you don't believe that, then, don't hire me. That's fine, too. But whatever version of Kool-Aid you think I'm gonna drink, nah. I have a problem with that. And that problem right now comes from the fact that they just let my friend go under the same bullshit pretense. You know what I mean? Just tired of that. Just real tired of the whole mentality of it. And, ultimately the guy who decided this for my friend, he's an unpleasant person. He used to complain about his wife and kids all the time. How he doesn't want to go home, he doesn't want to deal with that stuff, and as a result of not wanting to deal with that stuff, he, lives the life he lives at work. And I get it. If he's upset or he's miserable or whatever, he used to take his days out on us. He was a real piece of work. And that's kind of the point, is, it's all just a problem. Why would you want to be there? Why would you? Like, some people get down for that stuff, and I get it. But if that's all you want are disciples instead of workers, go start a religion, because, that's not where that's supposed to happen. There. That's the most pertinent thing I'm going to say today. Everybody catch that one? If you want disciples instead of employees, go start a religion.
Whoa!
Yeah, there's the deep and meaningful for the day. Now we've all learned something. Or at least heard something meaningful. I don't understand why that doesn't bother anyone else. Whatever point work became a personal matter for this management group. I'm not talking just about my friend's job, but everybody. They're like, your happiness is important to us. Okay, well then, let me do my job and go home. And stay the hell away from me. That's apparently not good enough. No, we have to give you your happiness. Do you not understand that? Now I'm just rambling on because I'm pissed about what's happening to my friend. I think it's better, and this is my perspective. Management as a whole should be involved in two things. Number one, the running of what's going on. And the running of what's going on, he did find a new job, but he doesn't start until like January 7th. He thought he'd be working till next week. And they decided that they didn't want to pay him for the holiday and to get out. So he's gonna be fine. He just, there's no appreciation in any of it. But this is my thought on management. This is what management should be doing. They should be concerning themselves with the day-to-day operation of what's going on. And that ultimately means being concerned with the day-to-day operation of what goes on means that nothing is beneath you. Okay? means that you start at the bottom, you go up towards other things. You're gaining responsibility, you're not losing responsibility. Your priorities will change, but you know what? If your team is drowning in phone calls and you're their supervisor, and you decide rather than trying to pitch in and help out or take over whatever it is, you go off and watch a fucking football game, not only are you killing morale and being a horrible example for things, but, you know, you're not cut out for that because you've decided that that is beneath you. And there is nothing that is beneath you if you are a good manager. You are willing to do everything because it helps your people. Your job responsibilities grow. They don't ever decrease. Your priorities change, but your job responsibilities do not decrease. Everything underneath you and above you, or everything up to where you're at and beneath you, is part of your job. That's first. How many managers do you know for that? This same job that my friend works at, one of the employees who was there, he asked everyone at a meeting one day, he said, what job do I have to get promoted to so I can stop working too? And we all laughed uncontrollably because he called it exactly how it was and like shit all over these guys. It was hilarious. But ultimately, that's what it felt like. Well, that's your job. That's beneath me. That's not... I don't need to do that. I don't need to deal with any of this. That's a problem. So that's your first step to being a good manager. Your second step to being a good manager is being respectful of your people. That's not being their friend. That's not being, you know... That's not being, you know, like the cool guy at work or, hey, everyone, I'm gonna be a cool manager. I'm gonna make everyone happy. I'm gonna do all that stuff. No. Being respectful of someone comes from, like, 3 different things. Number 1 is being emotionally aware of the situation of your people. Yes, and I leveled up. If one of your people is having a rough day, and you can tell that they're having a rough day, you walk up to them and you respectfully say, anything I can do to help. And if they say no, you make sure that they know that they got an avenue to go to. And you say, look, if it's something going on, if there's too much, whatever you need, you come and you let me know. And I'll be here to help in any way that I can. And then you have to mean it when you say it. That's the other thing, too. A lot of people try to say things like that, they don't mean it. Okay? You know, if you know that something's going on, be thoughtful. Be mindful of your people. That doesn't make you, you know, their friend or anything like that. But, you know, if you know something's going on, you know, don't wait to be involved. You know, be a part of what's going on. Like, be a part of the solution, not part of the problem. Be mindful and respectful. And be aware of the words. You know? That's what it takes. If you can do those 2 things, at the very least, you're going to be a competent manager. And your people will respect you. If you can't do those 2 things, because you're too busy reading some management book about, you know, what it takes to be a great manager, the 5 dysfunctions of a team, or, you know, some other stupid crap that somebody put in a self-help book about how you should be a manager, you're probably not going to make it. If you can't figure out the common sense element of what it is with dealing with people, you're probably a shitty manager. Just want to put that out there. If you need a self-help book to tell you how to deal with people, you probably have an issue. Just saying. You guys ever notice that too? A lot of these places on their desks. I was actually walking around my office the other day, and anybody past my position, they're all bought in on these books about, you know, management and team and all this other stuff. And I know these books, and they're teaching basic things that are common sense through a book. And they only refer to them as the book. Like, they don't refer to them as human elements. You know, treat other people the way you want to be treated. Shit, no! You mean that's a real thing? Nah, it's not a real thing. That's just a thing some dude made up. Treat other people the way you want to be treated. Like, that's what we've come to as a people now, it feels like. Sorry, I'm just ranting and raving now because I'm really pissed off about this. Because you know what? If somebody else wants to be treated differently than they do, you can respect that, still be right by them, and still treat people the way you want to be treated. I don't understand why everything has to be this way. Everything has to be some kind of like misery fighting system. It has to be so adversarial for everything going on. Them not letting my friend go as of today or tomorrow or whenever the hell he's got to get out of there, that's just respect and thank you for the work that you've done for us. You know what I mean? That's respect. But what have you done for me lately dictates that they go, nah, fuck you. Yeah, that's a problem. It seems like that's what society's come to these days. That's the thing I don't understand. I was watching a program yesterday where they were talking about social media. They said too long, no one will remember how to talk to each other. And I would argue that we don't need to wait. It's not a matter of too long, it's a matter of right now. It starts with not being able to understand it and figure out how to treat each other. And as soon as you don't know how to do that, well, the not talking to each other, that comes right along with it. And another point to make with that is it's even better if you can hide behind anonymity. You can hide behind someone else or behind nothing, so people on the internet, you know, because their name's not attached to it, they can say whatever they want, right? They can't be held accountable for the horrible things that they do because, you know, they're not on there. We don't have to know how to talk to people. We don't have to treat people decently because we don't know these people. You know? Or, like in the case of my friend who got, you know, let go over this whole thing. Oh, well, somebody else is telling me I have to do it, so don't blame me. It's just how it's gonna go. You just get to deal with it. Oh, it's not my fault. I'm just the messenger. Whatever. He's hiding behind somebody else's decision-making process. Because that other person's too chicken shit to do it himself. That's first. You know what I mean? It's just a problem. This is the world. I know that sounds really cynical of me, but I feel like this is what regular people have to deal with every day, and everybody else just doesn't have to be a part of that anymore. They're like, whatever. And it's why so many people are wandering around. Like, how many people do you hear? I hear young people at my job talking about the good old days of stuff, referring to things like when they used to talk to each other. People that are like 23, 24 are like, I remember when we used to have to actually converse with each other and talk to each other and, you know, no words and, you know, things like that. I hear them say that kind of stuff and I'm like, you're not old enough to be thinking about stuff like that. Like, the world hasn't changed that much since you were in high school. You know, the world's changed a lot since I was in high school because I'm old. That's how that goes. But if they're feeling it at that age, what the hell, or, I mean, you know, what do the rest of us have to deal with? What are we gonna do? We're screwed. It's game over, man.
It's game over, man. It's game over.
I don't know, the more that I think about all this, the crazier I get. So I'm just gonna go back to playing Crystalis. But it was nice to have something to think about while I was farming, right? Because I've been doing the same loop over and over for like, what, 30 minutes now? 50 minutes now? All for one piece of gear? Maybe that wasn't necessary. It hasn't been 50 minutes. It has been a while. But yes, more specifically to answer your question, he did find a new job. And he did turn in his notice, which again is him doing right by them, and they just decided not to work him out his notice. And they specifically told him, we don't want to pay you through the holidays, so get out. stand firmly behind the whole thing. Like, what hope do any of us have in the face of all this evil? The other thing that kind of cracks me up about it is I did tell him, I said, what do you expect? I said, did you expect them to do anything different than that? And he went, no. No, I didn't. I didn't expect them to do anything different. Alright, so now we got the actual gear. My father went out to look for his lamp. He won't be back for a while. Alright. Gonna use that boat someday. I bet you anything. Alright, now that we're in here, let's see if we can't find this queen. Don't be rude to the queen. Alright, I won't be rude to the queen. I am the queen of Portoa. Are you the legendary man who climbed through Saber? It's too peaceful here, I'm bored. Maybe we talk a while. How does the town look to you? We take pride in its beauty. Hey, don't wander around the queen's room. It's gotten late. I had a good time, though. I must go now. Alright, so she's done talking to me, I guess. The queen is very kind and intelligent. Hey, don't bother me. I've got to worry about fixing the queen's meal. The queen sometimes disappears from her room. I wonder how she leaves without anyone noticing. That's probably a clue. The queen is in the center chamber. We'll do anything for the queen. I'm Evans. I teach etiquette here. Great. Well, we've seen all that there is to see in the queen's castle. Whoa, I'm the fortune teller. Let me see your fortune. See the queen, your way will be open. Alright. The fortune teller was not there the last time I went into that shop. Trisket, I was looking forward to seeing you. Have you gotten used to life in the town? It's gotten late, I had a good time, though I must go now. Don't wander around the queen's room. Oh, I'll wander if I want to. It's gotten late, I had a good time, though. Okay. Go see the queen. I did go see the queen. Go to the palace, your way will definitely be opened. What the hell does that mean? I'm back at the palace. Trisket, come closer to me. I would like to be an adventurer like you, to see what lies beyond here. It's gotten late. I had a good time, though I must go now. Oh. Okay. She keeps saying different things. Go to the palace, your way will definitely be open. Okay. Trisket, what's wrong? Don't be so shy. The owner of the boat rental shop is kind only to his daughter. Okay. I don't understand. Whoa! The queen wishes to see no one today be gone. Why not? This guy's new. Our queen is our jewel. She is our sun and moon. That guy wasn't there before. The hell is all this bullshit? Okay, so the queen doesn't want to see anyone today. Go to the palace, your way will definitely be open. What the fuck? Now she's back. I enjoy talking with you. The food Galine cooks for me is very good, but alas, her manners are not. I will ask Evans to teach her some manners. Okay. This is all weird. Okay. When you enter the palace and the attendant will block your way, you must freeze home. Oh, I get it. I get it now. Okay. Ready? Paralysis. Now he can't block my way, and the queen's gone. And now we're in a cave. It seems there are no monsters in this cave. And it seems I need rabbite boots to do this. Well. What an exciting game. What's up, Fulgore? It is an exciting game. Okay, so I've now seen as far as I can go. And I paralyzed that guy. Because, you know, logic. Now if I talk to the fortune teller, she'll tell me something different, right? Go to the palace and your way will definitely be open. Why is it old school video game characters can't swim? Do they have a phobia of water? The answer to that question is yes. Oh, Trisket, did you know there's a cave behind the northern waterfall? Go there. I'll give you the flute of lime. Use it wisely. I now have the flute of lime. Cave behind the northern waterfall. Y'all ready for this? Couple of things we're gonna do. First and foremost, in. Second thing, save. Third thing, save in game. I've actually gone up 2 levels since the last time I saved, so... Yep, no water. Can't go in the water. Where you at, big guy? Here it comes. Oh, there he is. Cave behind the waterfall. Okay. We're gonna be playing this game again. Did you see that video of what Breath of the Wild would look on Game Boy Color or NES? Yes, I did. They did like a... That was actually official from Nintendo, I thought. That was like a test demo. It was pretty cool. You're poisoned. Great. That's exactly what I needed. I'm poisoned again. Now that's about as exciting as it gets right there. Blowing up walls. That's not good. I'm poisoned again, apparently. What the hell did I just get from that? go back. I seem to be getting my ass kicked, so let's go back. I got 500 gold from killing that thing. I barely over 100 when I went into that. Alright. So we're at level 9. The queen has told us to go up to a cave and get the water. Sword. Excuse me, the water sword, not just the water. It's been 3 hours. I think that's good for part 1. Excuse me, more part 2. I did do a little bit last night. So we'll save it here, like so. We're gonna go into the menu here, we're gonna save it here. And I think that's gonna be part 1. What do you say? Break time for a while. And I'll be back tonight, and we'll do some more. 3 hours for part 1. I'm sorry, this is part 2. I keep saying part 1. Part 1 last night was just the introduction of the entire collection. Which, let's all go back and look at that. Y'all remember? The collection: Crystalis, Chopper 1, Bermuda Triangle, Athena, Alpha Mission, Fantasy, Guerrilla War, Ikari Warriors 1, 2, and 3, Iron Tank, Munch Boble, Prehistoric Isle, one of my favorite games. Look at all these. Look at all these games. There you go. The SNK 40th Anniversary Collection. Most important game in that list, Crystalis. Remember that. Yeah, we'll end tonight, or this run, part 2, right now. And, yeah, take a couple hour break and I'll be back. I'll post something about when it's time to come back. So, we'll do more tonight. More Crystalis incoming. Thank you for tuning in, everyone. Thank you for participating. Sorry you're here a little late, Fuglore. But we'll come back and we'll do more tonight. And, we'll go from there. Thanks very much for tuning in, everyone. And, yeah, do the thing. Be excellent.